Welcome back, students. So this here we continue the second lecture of work energy power topic. In first lecture already we have done about work, what is the work, and how work is done when a force is constant, force is variable. These all things we have done, right? So today we are doing starting the second topic of this is called energy topic. Okay, so we are talking about what? Energy. Okay, basic things about energy already know, like energy you have kinetic type, potential or mechanical. These many type of energy are potential energy, again spring energy, so many types, right? We'll talk all of them one by one. Okay, first few points I forget, like I forgot the unit of energy to tell you, and energy and work are same thing only. So first I talk about their unit. Okay, so when I talk SI unit, when you talk, everybody knows what joule, right? Correct? Joule. Work and energy both has what? SI unit, what? Joule. Other unit you talk like CGS unit, then CGS unit that is called what? Erg. What erg? I told you in the first chapter, right? And relation is what? That 1 joule is equal to 10 power 7 ergs, right? Or you say 1 erg is equal to what? 10 power minus 7 joule. Like Newton you wrote 9 CGS unit, same way we have energy also. Apart from these, some other chapter you will see some unit like this one. One practical unit we use is what? Calorie. Remember calorie. So 1 calorie is equal to what? 4.2 joule. We use mainly in thermodynamic chapter. Okay. Then apart from this, when we go to modern physics, we will use electron volt. So if you talk 1 electron volt, that's the unit of energy is simply equal to what? Your 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 joule. Then you can talk somewhere, you will talk kWh also, kilowatt hour. kWh means what? Kilowatt hour. So 1 kWh I talk is, what's the meaning of this? Look here, kilowatt hour, right? Na? Kilo means what? 1000, right? Yes, kilo. Hour means what? 60 into 60. So that much joule will answer will come. So this kilowatt hour, but some people confuse here. That's a unit of what? Actually power. No, it's not unit of power. It's what? Unit of what? Work or energy. kWh. Okay, kilowatt hour. Because power into time we writing. That becomes what? Work or energy. Okay. So this becomes simply 3.6 into, if you see 10 power what? 5 joule. 3 zeros 1 no 6 I should write here 6. 3 zeros, 4 0, 5 0, 36, you can write one more. So these are the other units of what? Energy or work, same thing, okay, doesn't matter. Okay, so let's start about energy, and first topic we're learning, first type energy is what? Your kinetic energy, right? Nothing to explain, everybody know what is kinetic energy. The energy possessed due to the motion of the body is what? Kinetic energy, okay. So in simple I'm writing here just energy due to motion of body, right? Body is moving, it has some velocity, some speed, then it will have some kinetic energy. Formula everybody know, nothing to explain. Energy is what? Half mu square or v square, whatever, right? Correct. What is important? Energy, energy and work both are what? Scalar quantity. I'm writing here work, energy, all type of energy, right? All type work, both are what? Scalar. Scalar means that doesn't depends on direction, right? Yes. Here velocity is a vector, but you're getting vector and square. Suppose you even put like minus u, then square becomes what? Positive u, right? Na? So that's why this is what a scalar, doesn't depend, okay? Okay. Now mainly what you have to learn, that how we use this formula with work. So we learned a very important principle now, that's called work energy theorem, one of the most important topic of this chapter, okay? So that we're doing now. So that is called what? Work energy theorem. Work energy theorem or work energy principle. Very most important topic of this chapter, this one only, okay? Work energy theorem. So this theorem relates that how energy and work are related, okay? So simple meaning of this theorem says that whenever energy is changing, means what energy? Your kinetic, sometimes it can be potential also. When energy is changing, the work is always done, okay? And how much that work is done? The work is done is simply equal to what? Change in that kinetic energy. So what's the simplest definition of this? I'm writing in few words. Work done is simply equal to what? change in kinetic energy. Okay, sometimes this change will be in potential also. We know potential, we can write no problem, but mainly we will talk about in terms of kinetic energy. So this work done by a body is simply equal to what? Del Ke, change in kinetic energy. This is called work energy theorem, or you can write work done is equal to final kinetic energy, means half mv final square, half mv initial square, right? Or you can also write like this way. Also you give attention, because we know the work is nothing but force and displacement main formula, right? So here I can also write like this way sometime, that some force will be given and they ask displacement, these things. So you can also write this term like work means what? F into what? S. That's also okay, right? Work is F into S is equal to what? Del Ke. So these three things are related now here. Work, force into displacement, properly is what? Cos theta also there, okay, and to what? Is equal to change in kinetic energy. So mainly we have to use this relation everywhere. And how that come, that we can see this force again. Look here, this equation is applicable if this force is what? Look here, this is applicable to all type of forces. So we say that it's a constant force, a variable force, internal force, external force, doesn't matter what type of force. This rule is what? Applicable everywhere, right? And I tell you one or two point. Look here. When work will be positive, when work will be negative. So point first is what? Work done will be positive when? If kinetic energy is what? Increasing, means this change becomes what? Positive, right now, because final should be what? More than initial, then this answer becomes positive, then work done is what? Positive. Work done is positive when kinetic energy, or you say velocity is what? Or you can say velocity also is increasing. In that case the work done will be positive, and vice versa, right? Means opposite also true. When velocity or kinetic energy is decreasing, the work done will be negative. Like when you do work against a friction, the work done is always what? Negative, correct na? Because when a body is moving on friction floor, then velocity of the body will reduce always, right? Kinetic energy will reduce, so it becomes negative. Okay, this is about what? Work done is positive or negative. Then I am saying okay, force and displacement relation also done. I am trying to say, let's prove that whether this is applicable to a constant force or variable or both. Okay, so let's see. Suppose you talk example of for constant force. If force is constant, then can you apply this theorem? How this theorem comes? Suppose there is a body here with initial velocity u moving this direction, and after some time it travels some distance, let's say s. Its velocity becomes final velocity v, correct na? This is a mass what? M. A body is moving with initial velocity u, it covers some distance. Suppose velocity is changing and it's v. This v may be more or less than this initial, we don't know, okay? We don't care. So we want to calculate what is the work done here. So give attention here. So let's write equation of motion. V square minus u square is equal to what? To a s. I want to calculate displacement here, so that I can write force into what? Displacement to calculate work or change in energy. Look here. So v square minus u square is equal to 2, and what is the acceleration? Acceleration is force by what? Mass into what? S, correct? So displacement becomes how much here? You see v square minus u square into m by 2 into what? F. Clear? This is a displacement. Now look here, work done is force into displacement. So work done in this case is what? Force into displacement with this term. Okay, this is a displacement. That becomes v square minus u square into m upon what? 2f. F get cancelled. Work done is equal to, if you watch carefully, look at this, v square minus u square m into what? So I can write half m v square minus half m u square. This is nothing but simply change in the kinetic energy that we wrote here. Change in kinetic energy is called what? Work done. So three things we are relating: work, force into displacement, and what? Change in kinetic energy. Everywhere we have to write this equation, okay? Yes. So for constant force, yes, work done is equal to simply change in kinetic energy. Suppose you have variable force, then what happens? We check it for variable force. For a variable force, if force is varying, correct, then what we will do? So already know that last topic we have learned in work that if constant force means we write work is equal to F dot S cos theta, right, or F dash S. For variable force we write work done is simply integral what? F dot what dx. This we write, correct? Yes. So let's solve this and we should get exactly same answer again. Suppose force is variable, then let's solve this. Force is what, you know, is what, ma, right? Okay, so work done is equal to F into F, I'm writing as ma into what, dx, correct? Let's write this a in terms of dx and velocity. Okay, I need answer in terms of what, velocity. So that is a very important point I'm telling you, which you use everywhere. This acceleration is what actually, you can write simply as what, dv by what, dt, rate of change of velocity, that's called what, acceleration. So this is a differentiation in terms of velocity. You can write in terms of displacement also, because double differentiation of displacement, or let me write more, double differentiation of what, displacement, that's also what, your acceleration. Or one you can write in terms of velocity and what, displacement. This becomes v into dv by what, dx. This also what, acceleration. This is we use somewhere where we need answer in terms of velocity and what, displacement. This is very important, this. Okay, these things you may be knowing, okay, but this is very important, keep in mind. Acceleration in terms of velocity and what, displacement. A is also equal to v. This equation itself we multiplying by what, dx dx. We multiplying by dx dx. So dx by dt, that becomes what, your velocity. That's I wrote here. Remaining term is here. Okay, on putting these values here, f is we writing ma into dx. Let's put value of m is, okay, acceleration we writing v into dv by dx into dx. Dx goes here. So work done, which is equal to f dot dx, we know is also equal to what, m v into dv. Velocity varies from u to what, we say. So what is the answer? Work done is equal to what, f dot dx is equal to what, this become mv, so become mv square by what, 2, right? And range limit is u to what, v. So when you put this value, you're getting same answer actually, half m v square minus half m u square. We are getting same answer. So from here what we are trying to prove, that this rule or this theorem is applicable for what, a constant force also, for a variable force also, any type of force, internal force, external force, this is always applicable, right? Okay, so now on this we will do some problems. Okay, yes, a small but very important concept we learned, work energy theorem. Work done is simply equal to what, change in kinetic energy, right? Okay, so these are the few problems based on our the work energy theorem that we just done now. So look here, let's solve this problem. So first problem, a body of mass 4 kg has initial velocity of, in vector form is given, 3i minus 5j, and final velocity of 2j plus 4k. Find the work done by the body. Velocities are given, initial and final both are given, just in given vector form, right? Okay, so what we will do, first you calculate what is the numerical or magnitude. So initial velocity u is what, is given as 3i minus 5j. Let's write sum of this magnitude, that become what, 3 square plus minus 5 square, so that become 9 plus 25. Is that okay? Yes. So square of this, that become root 34, done. What is the final velocity given to you? 2i plus 2j plus 4k given, plus 4k. So what is the magnitude of them? 2 square plus 4 square, that become 4 plus that becomes 16, so that become root what, 20, correct? We have to find work done. So work done definition is simply called what, change in the kinetic energy, right? So you write half m v square minus half m u square. Half and m I am taking common here. So mass is given what, 4 kg. So in bracket what remaining, v square minus u square. V square means 34, u square means what, 20, so that become half 4 into 34 minus 20 means what, 14, so that goes 2 times, so 28 joule is the work done, correct? Yes, that's the first question. So velocity is again vector form. Direct question also can be asked, that initial velocity given, final given, just as what is work done simply. Okay, yes. Okay, question number 2. A 3 kg body, when falls through a distance of what, 20 meter, it gains a speed of what, 10 meter per second. Find work done by air resistance, correct na? So those equation we writing na, like v is equal to u plus at under gravity, right? We assume that there is no friction, but in real there is a friction. So when you apply friction, few things will change. So look here, your ball was here, you drop it, and they said when it fall by what height, it fall by what height? 20 meter height. Initial velocity is 0 always. At this point, velocity say v, it gains what? This velocity what? 10 meter per second, like that. Okay, yes. So they are asking what is the work done by air resistance, right? Kinetic energy changing from this value to that value is doing work against two things. One is what? Air resistance, one is what? Against gravity. We know when no air resistance, work is done only against what? Gravity. So work done is equal to your change in kinetic energy, first thing. So this change in kinetic energy is half m v square minus half m u square. So this work is done against what? Work done against gravity plus against what? Air resistance. When no air resistance means only against gravity. So change in kinetic energy is simply equal to what? Gain in potential energy. But resistance is there, so it will not be equal, right? Now means change in kinetic energy will not be equal to potential energy because air friction is there. Okay, resistance is there. So let's calculate this. How much this comes? Half. Mass we know. Mass is given how much? 3 kg. And final velocity given 10. This become 100. Initial is what? 0 is equal to work done against gravity plus work done against what? Air resistance. So this become how much? 300 by 2. So this become 150 joule is equal to work done against gravity plus work done against what? Air resistance. Now what is the work done against gravity? What is gravity? Work done against means what? Change in your potential energy only. So what is the work done? You falling from here to here. So work done is what? Simply your mgh plus what? Work done against what? Air. So 150 is equal to mgh. What is mgh? M is given what? 3 kg. G is given 10. H we falling through 20 meter height plus work done against what? Air resistance. So this is your final answer. Work done against air resistance will be 150 minus this becomes what? 60 and 600. So this will be 150 minus 600 what? Minus 450 watt joule will be work done by what? Friction force. Friction, air resistance, these all are what? Opposing force. So work done will be what? Negative here. So you see that negative answer is coming. Okay. So be careful when resistance is there, the work done is against what? Gravity plus resistance. If no resistance means work done is simply equal to what? Against what? Gravity only. Okay. Yes. Okay. Let's move to the next problem. Problem number 3. Bullet problems are very important. Okay. 2 problems I gave. I will give more problem. Okay. So a bullet of mass 10 gram is moving with a velocity of 800 meter per second. Its velocity decreases to 100 meter per second if after passing through a 1 meter thick wall. Find the average resistance offered by the wall. Okay, bullet is moving and the initial and final speed is given and they are saying that find the resistance offered by the wall. So work done formula we know, work done is equal to what? F dot S also equal to what? Simply change in what? Kinetic energy. Okay, so what you have to calculate here? Here change in kinetic energy we can calculate because mass given, initial velocity given, final velocity given. Then force they are asking which is force offered by what? The wall, resistance force. So we have to calculate displacement which is already given what here. So directly we can write this relation, right? Yes, look here, force resistance we have to calculate and displacement is given what? 1 meter, that 1 meter thick wall, that is a displacement, and half mv square, half mass I am taking common, so mass is given how much? 10 gram, 10 into 10 power minus 3 and v square minus u square, so v is given what? 800, that is given what? So I am taking here 800 square, so 800 square minus what? 100 square. So this you can simplify this simply. So 1 by 2 into 10 power minus 3. What you do? This 2 zeros you take common. So it becomes 64 minus 1. 8 square means 64 minus 1 means it becomes 63 into 10 power what? 4. These 2 zeros I took outside. So okay, 3 zeros get cancelled here. So what is remaining? This is nothing but 10 power 2. What is half of 63? 1 comes here, so 1 only, so force resistance will be what? Simply 63 by 2 into 10 power 2 is remaining, right? Okay, so this becomes what? Simply 30, how much goes through 2 goes 3 time, 1 time 0.5 into 10 power 2 Newton. That will be the resistance or force offered by the wall to the bullet. Okay. Yes, so this is a force. So look here, we use the same relation only. We have to find the resistive force. Okay. Yes. Okay. Let's check it here. Now next question. A police officer fires a bullet of mass 50 gram with a speed of 200 meter per second. Bullet mass given, velocity is given on a wall of thickness 2 centimeter. Thickness of the wall given. The bullet comes out with only 10% of the initial kinetic energy. Okay. What is the emergent speed of the bullet? Okay, look here. So what is given to us? Mass of the bullet given, initial speed given, and it says coming out with 10% of initial kinetic energy, not velocity. So let's calculate initial kinetic energy is how much? What is I initial? Half mu square, half. Mass is given to you as 50 gram. Okay, 50 into 10 power what? Minus 3, and velocity is given to you as 200. So this becomes 200 into what? 200. Okay, so let's cancel 1, 2, 3 zeros goes here. Okay, this 2 goes here. 20 into 50 is remaining. So this becomes what? 10, 1, 0, 1000 joule. This is the initial energy it has. Okay. Now this side is coming out with 10% of the initial kinetic energy. So final kinetic energy is given, which is what? 10% of what? Initial only, right? So means 10 by 100 of initial. Initial means what? 1000. Correct. So 10% of this becomes what? 100 joule. So the bullet is coming out with what velocity? What energy? This much. Okay. Now what they are asking? What is the emergent speed of the bullet? So means speed they are asking. This you can write equal to simply half m final v square. That's all, right? Okay. Let's find v. So v will be equal to what? V square will be equal to, or v will be equal to 100 into 2. Mass comes down. Mass is given 50 gram. 50 into 10 power minus 3, and root of this value, that will be what? V. Okay, 50 goes 2 times here. So this becomes 4 into 10 power 3 plus 3. So approximately you can write some answer here. I don't know. So just 4 into root 3 meter per second. That will be the velocity. Okay. Yes, 4000 the root. Okay. Now moving on to next problem. Fifth problem. A block of mass 10 kg is projected upon an inclined plane, you can see, okay, with a velocity of 20 meter per second as shown in the figure. Find the distance traveled before it stops. So it's moving on a rough surface. So suppose come up to here, here velocity final will be 0, initial will be 20. So what is that distance travel? They are asking x distance. What is distance travel before it what? Stops. Correct. This is a very nice question. Look here, and few things are given. Mu is given 0.5, sine 37. This angle is given 37. If you don't know sine 37, that's 3 by 4, and cos is what? 4 by 5 given. You should remember them. Okay. Okay. So question is like this one. Let me draw it again. This is an inclined plane. So when this board is moving upward, correct na? Okay, like that direction. What are the forces acting? This doing work against what? So it's doing work against two things. One is against the gravity, one against what? Frictional force also. Because you have, suppose the surface is given smooth, then work done will be against what? Gravity alone. But here we are doing against what? Friction also. So gravity force acting what? mg sine theta downward, and frictional force also F is acting what? Downward, you know, right? Okay. So work is done. Work is done against what? Two forces. What forces? I am writing. One is what? Gravity force. So work done against what? Gravitational force plus work done against what? Frictional force. Correct na? So work done is equal to what? Look here, force into displacement. So one is what? Gravitational force. That's what? mg. What is component mg? mg sine 37, right? Correct. This is what? Your gravitational force. Okay, work done is equal to what? Gravitational force plus frictional force. What is the frictional force formula? F is what? Mu into what? N. And what is N in this case? Always M will be equal to what? mg cos theta, right? This is what? Your mg. So it becomes mu mg cos theta. So this is your frictional force, mu mg cos theta. These are the two force into displacement x. This is a work done. So work is done against gravity plus frictional force, right? Yes. Now look here, this is a work done. Force into displacement also equal to what? Change in what? Kinetic energy, right? That's work done. So let's put the values. When you put the values, what will get? mg. This mass is given what? 10 kg. So mg becomes what? 100. Correct? Okay, mg 100 into sine 37, which is given what? 3 by 5. Okay, 3 by 5. Mu is given 0.5. mg means again 100. Cos theta is given what? 4 by 5 into what? X is equal to, look here, initial kinetic energy is half mv square, final is what? Directly 0 because velocity is 0. So what is the answer? Final is 0 minus initial is what? Half, mass is given to 10 kg to you, and velocity also given what? 20. 20 into what? 20. Okay, let's simplify this. 5 goes, 60 time, right? Sorry, 20, so this becomes 60 plus 5 goes here how many times? 2 times, so that becomes what? 80. 80 again 0.5, this becomes what? 40 into what? X is equal to, correct? And very important, you know that these forces are what? Opposite forces, right? No? Body is moving upward and these are downward, so this work done is first what? Negative. You want to put minus sign outside, you can put, no problem. So this is one, or don't, or keep still is okay, leave it. Okay, so this becomes what? Minus half. Okay, let's simplify this. How much this coming? Minus this you can cancel here, 10 time. So this become 2 0 0 0. Okay, so x is what? Minus 2 0 0 0 by this becomes what? 100. 2 zeros gone, so minus 20 meter. So this block will move to this distance before it what? Stops. Okay, yes. So we will do some more questions. Let's do them. Okay, let's see a few more problems. So problem number 6 says a bullet. This is a very important question for us. Okay, a bullet loses 1/nth of its velocity while passing through what? One plank. Then the number of such plank required to stop the bullet will be what? Bullet is passing through a plank or some wall and it loses what velocity? Like v by n they are saying, correct na? Yes, it's lost. Like v by 2, v by 3, some part is what? Lost. Then how many such planks will be required to stop this bullet, means to make its velocity what? 0. Look here, suppose this is your one plank and bullet is entering here with velocity what? V, correct? Then said how much energy is lost here? V by n is lost. So what is at what velocity comes out? Let this I call initial velocity, let me call initial u, and what is the final velocity is coming out? They said u by n is what? Lost. 1 by nth is what? Lost. U by n is lost. So at what velocity comes out? So I am writing velocity of emergent, right? At what velocity it comes out, that will be v will be simply initial velocity u and how much loss? U by what? N, correct? Can you understand this? U is the initial velocity is entering into a plank, and in plank it lose what velocity? U by n, like u by 2, u by 3, some part is what? Lost. So at what velocity comes out from this one plank? That what is velocity after coming to plank is what? Initial minus loss, u minus u by n. Okay, so that what velocity it comes out. Now, okay, we want to know that how much energy is lost what in this plank? One plank, how much energy is what lost? Okay, energy lost. I am writing energy lost in one plank. How much energy is what? Lost. So energy lost will be equal to how much? Initial energy minus final. Initial means what? Half m u square minus final. Final is half m v square. Half m v means what? This term, right? U square 1 minus 1 by n square, right? Now, so what you do here? You can take daily half m u square you took common, then you got 1 minus that term. Okay, what term? 1 minus 1 by n and what? Square. Now this is what? This is the energy lost in what? One plank, right? Now how many planks will be? What we want to do? We want to stop the bullet, means we want to make the kinetic energy what? 0, means we want to lose all the kinetic energy. So how many planks are required? So total energy to lose total energy, right now? Right now we need what? N planks. How much energy you want to lose? Total energy. So del E should be equal to what? This term, half m u square 1 minus 1 by n into square into what? N. This is the energy lost in one plank. This is the n number of plank. This is the total energy lost, and total energy means what? How much initial energy we have, that you want to lose. So you can write that simply half mv square. This is the energy we have total which we want to lose. So like that is the answer coming. So half mu square 1 minus 1 by n square into what? N. Okay, this term get cancelled here. So number of plank is required is nothing but what? Is 1 upon that term. So 1 minus 1 by n square. If you open this term, then what you will get? 1 minus. Okay, a square b square rule using. So 1 plus 1 by n square and minus 2 by what? N. Correct only? Yes. this is a minus b whole square, so a square b square minus 2ab, right? Okay, so when you open this, look at this, minus goes inside, this 1 and 1 will get cancelled, this term become positive, that become negative, so 1 upon 2 by n minus 1 by n square, right? Okay, so what you can do here, you can take n square common. If you take n square common, what you will get, number of planks required will be 1 upon n square to common, means you take like this way, 1 by n square to common. So what is remaining? Here we need n, so it becomes 2n, here is what, minus 1. So n square goes up, n square upon 2n minus 1. This is the formula. You should remember it directly also, you should understand this also, that if after passing one plank it loses 1 by nth of the velocity, then how many planks will require to stop this bullet? Okay, nice. Okay, let's move to next question. This question also very important, momentum and kinetic energy relations. I told you many times, so if you don't know still I am telling that momentum P is equal to what, root 2m into E in terms of kinetic energy, or kinetic energy is equal to what, simply opposite of this, P square upon what, 2m, right? Very common, we have learned Newton's law also. So these are very important relations, okay? Yes. So on this they ask now 3 type of question, I will tell you, like look at this question first. Kinetic energy of particle is increased by 300%. This type of question I gave in like last exam when you wrote based on consideration of momentum, that question. So I told you I will discuss here. So look here, first relation you have understood, these are 2 relations we have, and now look at the question, the kinetic energy of particle is increased by what, 300%. Find the change in momentum. So they talk like this questions comes in everywhere in all chapter of physics. Something is increased, something is decreased, and what is change in other things. So 2 type of possibilities we have. One, if your change is less than what, 10%, is less than what, 10%, or second case if change is what, more than 10%. This is called what, small error. We call that small error. This we call what, big error, right? We can call like this. Small error, when the change is less than 10%, you have to use the rule of the first chapter, unit and dimensions, error problems, okay? So if you not learned that chapter, please go through that error topic of that chapter and learn that small error we do, small increase or decrease, correct na? In that chapter they call error, and this chapter call what, increase or decrease, but same meaning. We have to use the error rules, okay? Yes, how to add percentage error. And big error, then we have to use other rule which is called directly or inversely. For these we have to use what, error rules. That's what in your first chapter. I explained nicely in the first chapter, okay? Yes, is in UDM these are given, and here we use what, directly or inversely relation you have to use, directly or what, inversely. So let's see. So here error is given what, 300%, big error is given. So we have to use this rule. Okay, I will give example of small error also. Let's do this first. So they said kinetic energy is increased by 300%. What happened? What's the percentage change in momentum? So look here. This is a momentum and kinetic energy relation. First I wrote here P is equal to what, root 2m into weight. These are constant. So P and energy are what, directly proportional. Say initial momentum is P, final momentum is P dash. Initial energy is what, E. Energy is increased by what, 300%. So E plus 300% of E. So that becomes what, 4E. Correct na? So this goes here. So we are getting 1 by 2. So P dash comes what, 2 times of P. It becomes double means by what amount increase? Increase by what, 100%. Right? Yes. Suppose it's the same question, they ask small error. Say that kinetic, this energy increased by 3%. What I say like here? I say that kinetic energy is increased by what, just 3%. Then what happened to change in or increase or decrease in what, your momentum? Small error, less than 10%. Then error rules we use. Formula remains same. These are constant doesn't cause any error. So you know P is proportional to what, root of E, right? So how we write this? These rules are in first chapter, okay? Error. So del P by P, this is called percentage error in what? P is equal to whatever power here that you write in front, like 1 by 2 into what, del E by E into what, 100. So 1 by 2, and error here is given how much? Given 3%. So what is the answer here? 1.5% error in what? Momentum. Small error. Correct na? Big error, small error. Suppose 30% given. 30% kinetic, they say kinetic energy is increased by what? 30%. Big error again, right? More than 10. Again you have to use relation like this only. You write same relation like P by P days. Initial momentum by final momentum is equal to root. Initial energy E. Energy is increased by 30%. So what is new value? 1.3 times of the E. Okay, that's your answer. So P days becomes simply root 1.3 times of what? P. You can simplify this. Yes or no? Okay. So if you are understanding this, okay. Otherwise, still if you are not understanding, please put your comment that I make a separate video about these things, okay. Yeah. Okay, so let's go to next question. Now displacement variable, this type of question we will doing, okay, where displacement will be varying. Okay, look at this problem. The displacement of 1 kg of a body is given by this formula, is given x is equal to what, t cube by 3 is given, okay. T cube, I think. The work done by external force in first 1 second is what? So work done they are asking. So work done is what? F dot dx, correct? Yes. F. Now look here. First we need force. Force is not given directly here. They gave us displacement and what, time and mass. So force is what? Ma, correct? Ma. Okay, so you have to calculate what, mainly what, acceleration. So what we know displacement equation, x is equal to what, t cube by 3. Let's differentiate it. When you differentiate, we will get velocity, right? Dx by dt, that become velocity is equal to what, 3 times of t square by what, 3. So it becomes what, t square. This is the velocity. Again differentiate this. So dv by dt means we get acceleration, which become what, 2 times of the t, correct? And time is given how much to you already, 1 second I said. So 2 into 1, so acceleration becomes what, 2. This is your acceleration. So now you can calculate force. Force is what, ma. Mass we know, 1 kg body. So 1 into 2, that becomes what, 2 Newton your force. Now use this formula, right? Correct. Work done is what, force into dx. So look here, work done will be force, we have calculated what, force means ma, already calculated here 2, okay. Okay, what we do, we should not put time because time is variable. So what I can do, okay, I said here 2t, right now, keep it same only. So force is m means what, 1 kg into what, 2t, so force becomes just 2t, keep time only. Okay, so now write f into what, dx. Okay, what is f? 2t. And what is dx? We want to put dx. So look here, this is what, x is equal to 2 cube by 3. If you write dx by dt, this becomes what, t square. So dx becomes what, t square into what, dt. So let's put here t square into what, dt. And time varies 0 to what, 1 second this side, okay. So if you integrate this, what you will get? T cube into dt. So this becomes 2 into t power 4 by 4, 0 to what, 1. So this becomes 1 by it. So it becomes t power 4 by what, 2. So that becomes t is given 1, so it becomes 1 by 2 means 0.5 joule, that will be the work done. This is the integration, okay. Displacement is what, varying. Now suppose you think that this method is looking little complicated to you, you cannot do integration and tell me simple method. So this was like from work and force definition, right? Same question now will answer using what, work energy theorem. So that become very easy. Work energy theorem says that work is what, F dot dx also there, but is also equal to what, change in kinetic energy, yes or no? So how to make this simple? Displacement given, you found velocity, directly find initial and final velocity. What is initial velocity? U. Initial time, they said we varying from 0 to what, 1 second. So initial time 0, you put here time as 0 here in this picture, right now, velocity. So yes, here only, no, correct. So when you put time here 0, your initial velocity becomes what, 0. And what is final velocity? You put final time here, this is given what, 1 second, that becomes what, 1, okay, t square. Now work done is simply equal to what, change in kinetic energy means half m v square minus half m u square, right? Correct. Initial velocity is 0, this time is directly 0, so half mass given to us, how much given? 1 kg. This is 1 kg into velocity is what, 1, so that becomes what, 1 by 2 means 0 point directly. So this method or that method, your choice. This is using work energy theorem, this is using force and what, work relation, right now. Integration, if you feel difficult, then this is easier. So similar questions here, let's do that by this method. That become very long actually because a long equation given here. So that method will be easy, okay, work energy theorem will be easy. Let's do it here. Displacement given, how much given? 3t minus 4t square plus t cube, okay, and mass given, again they are asking what's the work done first 4 seconds. So let's find velocity. Velocity becomes 3, right, minus 4 8 plus 3t square, that's what your velocity. Let's calculate by putting time, calculate initial velocity and final velocity. What is initial velocity? Putting time here, time, initial time is what, 0, correct? 0 to 4 we have to calculate. So when you put 0 0, it becomes just what, 3. That's what initial velocity. Final velocity is what, 3 minus, you putting time as what, 4 seconds. So 8 into 4, correct na? Yes, 4 second only, no? Yes, 4 second here. So 8 into 4. So miss what? 32, correct? Then you put time here, 16, 4 square 16, 16 into what? 3, right? Na? 48, right? Okay, so if you simplify this, minus 32 goes from here, so minus 32 and 51, this is 51, 32, right? So this is 51 minus what? 32, correct? Okay, so how much is getting? 51 minus 31 becomes 20, so this becomes simply what? 19. Okay, initial and final velocity is known, now work done is also equal to simply what? Half m, half and m I am taking common, m is given what? 30 gram, 30 into 10 power what? Minus 3, and final velocity square minus initial velocity square, so 19 square minus what? 3 square. So you will solve this, I am not solving, Joule, you will get the answer. So this is a more simple way, writing about work energy theorem for such type of question instead of doing like f into dx integration, right? So you have done this problem based on what concept? Work energy and theorem. Work energy theorem, sorry. Okay. So solve some problem based on this. Thank you.